Hello, class of 2021. My name is Nicholas Farmer, and I've never set foot on Vanden. Being a military family, I've moved around a bit. Started in Oregon, to Oklahoma, to here in California, to Illinois, to the UK, and back to this location in California. I am an athlete in track and field for jumping and throwing, but throwing is definitely my favorite. Though it's common to say, at this stage in life, where did the time go, and where is it going? Although I have mixed feelings about this last year in terms of it feeling both long and passing quickly, at times I thought it would get better, or at times I thought nothing would get better either, but we can see that things are looking up in some ways now. One thing I wish to share, which builds on my previous remarks, is to talk about the time we have. It's incredible to me to think of the time we have and how we use it, or how it could be used better. For the first time in my entire life over these last few months, it's really set in that we have a limited amount of time here on Earth. If you're 18 years old like me, you have approximately lived a fifth of your life, and I'm left to ask, did I make the best of it? Will my future self thank me for the choices I made? These are honest questions that need to be answered. I don't mean to discourage any optimism in us, but rather the opposite. We have a choice to look at the time we have here and to say, it upsets me, life is pointless, and I'll never accomplish anything. Or we can say, because my time is limited, I'm going to make the best decisions I can and lead the best life I can. I choose to believe the latter. To offer my life as an example, there are things I wish I could change, things I wish I did that didn't happen, and choices I shouldn't have made. I suppose I've never really done anything awful, but if our goal is simply to not be the worst, we will never obtain our full potential. The point is, I could have done better. Sometimes it was overtraining for my sports because I was impatient, which caused me to perform poorly, and at other times it was not getting my driver's license or starting saving money early enough. However, we can give ourselves some credit because no one can see the future. That said, we can and should learn from the past. Every choice we make has a ripple effect on our lives, and they alter our possible outcomes. When faced with the fact that due to limited time we also have limited choices and decisions, to me it's clear that every choice should be made with the long term in mind. I've often thought it silly when it was a trend to say YOLO, or you only live once, before doing something stupid, risky, or exciting. Sometimes I think that they forget you only die once too. Not to mention, if we truly value this only life we're given, why not make it the best that it could possibly be, and ensure that it lasts long and abounds with quality? I ask you to reflect on your decisions growing up again, and to truly consider what the outcomes were, and or could be in case a certain choice hasn't come full circle yet. Will your future self be proud of the choices you made? Will they thank you for the sacrifices you made to have something even greater in the future? And will they think that you did the best with what you had? I don't intend on every answer to be a no, but it's really good to think about whether or not you're making the best of what you have. We are each capable of making wise decisions when we put our efforts into it, and during these last 12 years of school, I hope that you made the best of it. We will never get this time back, so think of your good memories, successes, and lessons learned and move forward, truly trying to make the best of your life. The other thing I'd like to share is some wise words I've heard before, and it was concerning dreams, passions, and things of the sort. To start, many of us have heard you can do anything, follow your passion, don't give up on what you love, and it's always with the promise that everything will go well for you while you're doing something you love. Let me first be clear that there is some truth in finding fulfillment in doing what you love, but there is a catch that is disregarded and frankly does more harm than good when we are not real with ourselves. The idea I've heard and come to believe is to focus on opportunity and sacrifice for actually living a life that you love, maybe outside of work even. To further the point, it's to focus on doing what the world needs rather than, in some respects, being selfish and to do only what you love, when it would be far more beneficial to do something that truly helps the world go round or changes it for the better altogether. An example of this is the contrast between a sewage plumber and an artist. To paint the picture, imagine that the artist is perfectly passionate about doing art, and to thicken the plot, the plumber also loves art. The artist went to school and is in debt and is not qualified for many jobs that pay well, or even close enough to cover student loan debt, but at least they're doing what they love. The artist also can't even afford a good home, or to pay bills and goods without being able to pay rent, but they're doing what they love. To further the point, the artist unfortunately tends to have little real impact on the world that can ever return any value back to them, and so their passion is not what the world wants. In contrast to this, a separate person who loves art looks carefully at options after high school, and they see an option to be a plumber. It has paid training, job benefits like healthcare, and paid time off in a schedule. There is a very high demand for this job, it's not going away, and you make a considerable salary without student loans as well. Though it's not what you love, your character and mindset can change that. When you consider the benefits of opportunity over passion, the world opens up new doors and oftentimes puts you in a better position. Not to mention, the plumber in their free time is perfectly able to do art. So with that I say, look for opportunities, look for what the world needs, and learn to love it, or at least the benefits of it. Sacrifice for the things you want and realize that in reality, no one is passionate about things like a plumber, but the world needs it. Reality is that there are so many other careers than just these two, but truly consider not doing what you love for doing something that you need, comparable to not eating your favorite sweet treat all the time, in turn for having a well-balanced diet. I wish you all the best of luck and successes in your futures. You only live once, so don't make stupid choices, and understand that the benefits of broccoli are better compared to sugar. Your life will be what you make of it, and it will take a lot of work, but it will be so worth it. My regards, Nicholas Farmer.